The world has been destroyed by an alien invasion, and the only hope for it now is to find a new leader to fix the destruction you see before you and bring about peace. That has absolutely nothing to do with why my bed is a mess, but it is the plot to Ender's Game. So let's just cue title scene. Right. So, now that we've got the plot down, let's talk about what people really care about when going into this movie. The performances. That's right, people. Ender's Game is one of those movies. It's based on an acclaimed book written by a moron who can't keep his mouth shut. But, in reality, come on, the minute we all saw this preview, we thought, Harrison Ford! And the dude who ruined Iron Man 3! And the Hugo Kid! Okay, that last one I didn't realize till I got in the movie, but this film is still something that is performance-driven. More so due to the fact that it's got a lot of outside press about it with Star Wars Episode 7 coming out soon, and after Iron Man 3, there's a lot of questions about the acting in this movie. I also feel the acting is really where this film, has its make-or-breaking points. So first up, the acting by the adults is good. Harrison Ford, I kind of feel, has a bad habit of phoning it in a lot. More so, I don't know why, I think he just doesn't, I don't know if it's just he needs the right roles. But, I definitely thought he did good in 42, and even though this isn't a popular movie, I really liked him in Cowboys and Aliens. So when I came into this film, I thought thinking, okay, he knows how to do good acting, and as we've all seen, I don't want to mention names, but this will. He can do some really bad acting. But the thing is that for this film, he does good. I really liked him. I felt like in a long time his character was relatable. I thought he was interesting. I really connected with his character. You understood what the world has become, what he is, and how things have changed. I feel that's the hardest part when you have sci-fi adventures like this. Like in The Hunger Games, I never feel connected to the world they're in. The film just to me starts off interesting, but as we get to the more big, exciting action, really fails. This film, once the action starts and stuff starts going, it improves in the way every sci-fi film should. You have a nice slow beginning, and then once it gets going, it gets going! Yeah! And a lot of that has to do with our main character, Ender, played by Asa Butterfield. I need a new camera. Anyways, he is very good. I think that he has a lot of potential. He's not as charismatic as I would have liked. But again, to be fair, this is a sci-fi epic. You're really not looking for Oscar performances. But, I didn't believe it when he smiled. Not gonna lie. He's got a long way to go before he can really give a true charismatic performance. Apart from that, he's excellent. He felt intelligent, he looked intelligent, he acted intelligent. They used the other characters to really tell the story. Ben Kingsley's character isn't in the film as much as you'd think based on the advertisements, but when he is there, he captivates and the scene is his. Even the frickin' face tattoo made sense. From there, it kind of gets, the ball drops. There's this one lady putting her name here, does a very good job. And I'd say his, I guess, love interest, whatever you want to call it, does a good job as well. From there, things really drop the mark. I mean, that's a pretty good set of cast. The other kids, God, you could have gotten rid of them. It's not necessarily that they're bad actors. They gave them way too complicated dialogue. You have your stereotypical, bully kind of character, and I felt a little detached, not just for that reason. I also felt like, again, you've got to condense a book into a movie. I felt like maybe at times it didn't condense as well. I didn't feel as emotional to certain things, but I was always visually stunned and amazed. Not as visually stunned as Gravity, But this is definitely one of the better movies of the year. Once again, sci-fi has been very good this year. This adds to that. I felt the story was compelling. It kind of did what Pacific Rim did. It took it more from a war story perspective than just, look, sci-fi! Which helps for this movie because it needs that to be relatable. And I thought it worked, and it had the right tone, and everything was great, and this film is a 9 out of 10 on the sci-fi action scale. Which is just the sci-fi scale, but let's face it, everything sci-fi that's been out this year has been action. And I love the action. Now, before finishing this off, I do want to touch on something important. The idiot who wrote this book, he is known for being anti-gay, donates money to a lot of anti-gay groups. You know, just a complete waste of life, really. And a lot of people are boycotting this movie because of that. If you see this, don't. For a couple of reasons, it's stupid. You know, I'm not going to get into my own political beliefs, but this is important. But because the thing is that this really is a fun, exciting movie, and Las Vegas looks like it sucks. So if you don't let this bother you. Not only that, they paid him up front. That's right. He doesn't see really a nickel from this movie. He got paid. They didn't even want to bother dealing with him. He hasn't been used to promote the film. They just gave him a check and left. If you go see this movie, you're really not paying. You're not paying him. Maybe they'll pay for a sequel. I'm not sure how that works. I doubt he gets any back-end deals from this. Don't let that bother you. Go and see a truly fun and exciting movie that is just to hold us over till Thor. So, in the comments section below, if you want to comment on this author, go ahead. Keep it clean, though. And what's your ideal sci-fi movie? Just give me that one. And subscribe, because I'd like to show you all my bed nice and made. I'm lazy.